K4XMN, N4NT. Calling the Bristol 2-meter net. Calling the Bristol 2-meter net. This is N4NT. My name is Adam, and I'll be the net control station for this session. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Bristol 2-meter net meets each Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on the 146.67 repeater. This net is affiliated with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, the National Traffic System, and the Bristol Amateur Radio Club. All amateurs are welcome to check in. Are there any announcements or bulletins for the net? Okay, I'll just remind everybody that we have the fusion net following this net at 9:30, or at the conclusion of this net should it run over. So we'd like you to check in with us on that. Is there any formal or informal traffic for the net? Okay. Hearing none at this time, we'll take check-ins from any mobiles or portables. Any mobiles or portables, please call.
WE4AWJ, Emmett, Portable, Bristol.
Okay, WE4AWJ, Emmett got you. Any other mobiles or portables?
KO4 EVG, Chester and Bristol, in and out.
Okay, Chester, KO4, trying to make sure I got your call right. Was it EDT?
Kilo Oscar, Echo, Victor Golf.
Okay, got you in and out. I finally got it right there. Sorry about that. All right. We'll go ahead and go back for comments on the mobile and portable check-ins. Start with WE4AWJ. Good evening, Emmett.
N4NT in the net, and everybody listening, this is WE4AWJ. Good evening, Adam. Well, it's been another hot day. At least we didn't get any rain. I've finally got my mowing done. It's like bushing a field down in less than a week. I've never seen it like this in the fall. Anyway, it looks like we may get hit by a storm later this week, and guess it's hitting the Gulf Coast going to be pretty hard, so you got to remember them. Well, I hope everybody has a good night and good week, and I'll say 73 to everybody, and take care. This is WE4AWJ.
Okay, Emmett, thanks for checking in tonight. Yeah, I hope that storm holds off a day or two, at least for tomorrow. I'm going to go to the shooting range, so I'll be outside all day tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully that'll stay away from us. All right, let's go ahead and open it up now for any stations that would like to check in. Any check-ins, please call now.
N4NT, please check in. KL1CA.
K4HQ, in and out. Kilo Delta 4 Whiskey Mike X-Ray, KD4 WMX in quiet Lodi. Ken.
N4KZS, November 4, Kilo Zulu Sugar, Gary, Piney Flats.
WA4JCF, Wayne in Bristol, Tennessee.
Before IXU, believe a double to quality. B4 WGV, in and out.
Okay, let me run through this list here. Got KL1ZA Jim, K4HQ, that's Ken. Got you in and out, Ken. KD4WMX, N4KZS, WA4JCF, and WB4IXU, and then we had KE4WGV. Jeff checked in and out. Thanks for checking in with us tonight. All right, is there any other stations? Let's run back through for some comments then, and we'll go next to KL1ZA. Jim, good evening, Jim.
This is KL1ZA. Good evening, Adam and the rest of the net. Everything's going fine here. I actually had a day off. I worked midnights last night for the city, so I took today off from Ballard, and tomorrow is my last day at Ballard. I actually need to take some time and do some stuff around here. But I will be sticking around for the Fusion net, so 7-3 for now, KL1ZA.
Okay, Jim. Well, good deal. Glad to hear you can make the Fusion net there. Looking forward to it. All right, up next we have KD4WMX, Ken in quiet Lodi, Virginia. Good evening, Ken.
Well, good evening, Adam. Appreciate you picking up the net. This is KD4WMX in quiet Lodi, and it is quiet. And, of course, I don't think it's going to be very quiet down Louisiana way. Come about Thursday morning, maybe sooner. But we'll definitely keep them in our prayers, that's for sure. Hope it doesn't, Category 3 doesn't hit them. But nothing exciting happening here in quiet Lodi, so I'll just say 73, and I'll turn it back to net control. This is KD4 WMX clear.
Okay, Ken, thanks for checking in with us, and look forward to hearing you on the next net there. Up next we have N4KZS. Good evening, Gary.
Good evening, Adam. Everyone on the net, good to hear everybody checking in on this pleasant Tuesday evening, and we're doing fine down here on SN. Just had a quick question for you, Adam. Did you get the message and the photos of the antennas I sent you?
I did, and I'm off tomorrow. Well, I'm not off all day, but I've got the shooting range tomorrow, and I don't have to be there till 2 o'clock, so I'm going to try to get caught up on a few things, and that's one of them. I'll get those on the Facebook page and stuff to help you out there.
Yeah, it was a neighbor here. They've got it selling in the state over there, and they need to get rid of those. And looked to me like they were some 11-meter and ham Yagi, horizontal Yagis. Looked like maybe a tri-bander or something. Anyway, they're going to be free. Somebody wants to come and get them. They need to get them off by next month. I think he said they're going to sell out of the house. But anyway, yeah, I just want to make sure that you got them. That's the main thing. Anyway, with that, we'll say 73s to everyone there. Maybe catch you on the digital net here in a few minutes. So back to net control from N4KZS.
Okay, Gary, yeah, thanks for checking in. Look forward to hearing you on the Fusion Net. Looks like we've got some nodes popping into the room there, so maybe we'll have some good participation tonight. All right, up next we have Wayne, WA4JCF. Good evening, Wayne.
Good evening. I think it's N4NT. I believe I've got it right. This is WA4JCF. Well, I got into the settings on this radio, and it was slapping me on the wrist after 60 seconds, but I managed to up it to 600 seconds. So hopefully I can get my talking in within 10 minutes. So anyway, I've been getting along with that, and also I've been getting my SDR receiver working. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun here. Back to you. This is W4 or N4NT. This is WA4JCF.
Okay, Wayne, thanks for checking in tonight, and glad you're getting that radio situated. And yeah, I guess I need to put that out there too. This is N4NT, by the way. I get a little spoiled on the digital side. Don't really have to do that every time because it transmits it. But anyway, good to have you there tonight. Up next we have WB4IXU. Good evening, John.
And Adam. N4NT, WB4IXU. I hope everything's going good. Net's sounding real good tonight. And I've been busy and hadn't had a chance to check in, but I got to decide tonight and enjoying it. Won't hold you long. N4NT, WB4IXU.
Okay, John. Well, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to have you. It's been a little while since I talked to you, so we're glad to have you in there. All right, that brings us to the next station was in and out, so that brings us to the bottom of the list. Once again, are there any other stations that would like to check in? Please call now.
KX4UK.
N4XRD.
Okay, we picked up KX4UK and N4XRD. Are there any other stations? Okay, well, let's go back up for some comments here. KX4UK, Dave, how are you tonight?
Well, good evening, Adam and Annette. Doing okay. It's my night off, so it's a good night for me. Can't complain about that. And I also noticed on NetLogger that you've actually got me in Bluff City tonight, so congratulations on that. But sadly, it's going to be changing again soon. I mean, they're trying to close on a house in Mountain City, so that'll be changing again, so sorry about that. Hopefully I can update that with National this time, because it'll be a permanent address. Sadly, I'm going to have to give up the RV life, at least temporarily, and move into a proper domicile. So that's on the horizon, hopefully closing beginning of October. But I might be interested in those antennas that Gary was talking about. I'm going to be up the top of the mountain there, so I think a good old beam antenna or a vertical would be pretty nice up there, give me a good signal. Anyway, not going to hold it too long. I guess I'll be here for the digital net after this one, and I will hand it back to you, Adam. And for NT, this is KX4UK.
Okay, Dave. Well, thanks for checking in, and congratulations on the new house there. Sounds like you got some elevation as well, so that's always an amateur radio operator's dream. All right, up next we had N4XRD, Ralph and Chilhowie. Good evening, Ralph.
Good evening. N4NT and the net, N4XRD, Ralph and Chilhowie. I just didn't even really identify myself there. Just jumped in there and blurted out my call sign. kind of a quiet evening here, even though I spent the entire day with my wife. As I came down, I told her I was coming downstairs to check into this net. She was talking about hams not being with her husbands. In fact, she came up with the idea that the word ham stands for husbands are missing. And she started out with one that wasn't quite as nice, husbands are mean, but she quickly corrected herself because she knew I was going to come down here and tell everybody that. So anyway, y'all are probably accused of various things for not hanging around all the time, but there's a lot of other things we could be doing besides talking on our radios. But I really enjoy it. Good to hear everybody in there. N4XRD, back to N4NT, over.
Okay, Ralph. Yeah, I certainly understand that. I'm off in another room myself while the wife is in the other part of the house there. So that does hold true, especially field day and occasions like that. I definitely understand that. All right, that brings us to the bottom of the list. Are there any other stations that would like to check in?
Net control, please check in. KD4 CCO, Dallas, Bristol.
All right, I was beginning to get worried, Dallas. KD4 CCO, we got you in there. In fact, we'll go ahead and come back to you for comments.
Well, I just finished supper, which is usually around 5 or 6 o'clock. But we've been out roaming around, spending money. So that's the reason I'm late. I hope I can have everything fired up and working by the time the digital net starts. So I better get back to that. I was doing that when I heard you call. So if I'm late, I may be a little late, but I will have everything up and running sooner or later. This is KD4 CCO.
Okay, Dallas, sounds good. We appreciate you doing that. Yeah, it'll take me a minute to get situated too. That's the difficulty of doing both nets. I can be working on the next net a little ahead of time if I'm not controller on this one, but not sure what. I hadn't heard from Chris. So I don't know. He may have fell asleep or something there, but that's all right. It happens. All right, that brings us to the bottom of the list once again. Are there any other stations that would like to check in?
Comment from WA4JCF. Any comments on this fusion net and how it works would be appreciated. This is WA4JCF.
Oh, okay. Of course, we have the repeater's dual mode. It's FM and then C4 FM, which currently C4 FM is exclusive to the Yaesu radios, newer Yaesu radios. But so that's the side of the repeater we have the fusion net on. The reason they call it fusion is they have a program called Wires X, which actually can link multiple repeaters and radios through the internet over on that side as well. So we right now we've got about 6 nodes connected, which one of them is for this repeater for the room, and then the other 5 are either other radio systems or other repeaters. That's sort of how that works. But yeah, the only way to transmit and receive that mode is right now is with a newer Yaesu radio that has that capability.
Okay, yeah, I looked on the internet for fusion and I noticed there's some reference to Yaesu among other ones, so I'll look into the Yaesu radios. Go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I would say where you're located, you probably wouldn't have any trouble even with just the HT or something getting into this repeater, and then of course that opens up the ability to use the node that's connected to the internet that connects to all the other radio systems. All right, well, let's see if there's, is there any more check-ins, or does anyone else have anything for the net before we close up? Okay, well, we had a total number of 13 check-ins tonight, so thanks to each one of you for taking time to check into the net. And this is N4NT, closing the Bristol 2-meter net at 9:22 p.m. And we'll be switching the W4UD repeater over to digital only mode for the digital net. It's N4NT.